Hi, and welcome back, or welcome to Noggin Comics. This week we're gonna do something a little different.
Yeah.
If you're new to the channel, we usually do a top 5 pick of the week. Her top 5, my top 5. But with Suicide Squad, the Suicide Squad came out, and then the plethora of shows coming out next week. We're gonna do a top 5 and then what we felt about the shows and movies in the following week.
Yeah.
So next week we have What If on Wednesday, Superman and Lois and Stargirl on Tuesday, and then Titans on Thursday.
Crazy.
Yeah, and not to mention the beginning of football season, preseason. But yeah, so what we're gonna do today is we're gonna go through our top 5. And then we're going to talk about Suicide Squad a little bit.
Yeah.
So,
starting
off with my number 5 pick of the week is Spirit of Vengeance Spirit Rider by Taboo and B. Earl. I think that's his name. B. Earl. That's his name.
B. Earl.
Yeah.
All right.
And it's art by Paul Davidson. Now, I don't know much about the character of Kushlula.
Wow. I read it too.
Yeah.
No, isn't it? Oh my gosh.
It should be in the front page.
No, right here. Kushala. Yeah.
Kushala.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know much about Kushala. It's just, I really enjoyed this, and I've been enjoying all the Indigenous books that Marvel's been putting out. Indigenous Voices was good.
Yeah.
I've been a fan of Red Wolf, stuff like that. But yeah, this is Taboo, who is Black Eyed Peas.
Yeah.
Dude's good. I'm not gonna lie, I enjoyed it, The Werewolf by Night as well. Mm-hmm. But yeah, if you're a Ghost Rider fan, I do recommend this.
Yeah, I mean, I just read it. I've never read anything with Ghost Rider, and I was just intrigued by this character, and I really liked it. The artwork was great.
Oh, it was a mixture of old and new school, I felt, because there was these poster style prints in there almost.
Yeah.
So
definitely read it. It's a one shot.
One shot that can lead into more.
Right.
So, and I hope it does.
Yeah.
So.
Alright, and my number 5 pick was the Swamp Thing, number 6. So you got Ram V, you got Mike Perkins, and Mike Spicer as the colorist, and I think the color just really pops in this issue. So you have some Suicide Squad members. You got Peacemaker in this issue, Nightmare Nurse, Parasite, Heatwave, and Chemo. So they're all trying to find Swamp Thing.
So, yeah, when you say Suicide Squad characters, these are the expendable characters besides Peacemaker.
Yeah, but some of the characters, well, just Peacemakers and the Suicide Squad issues.
And movie.
And movie, obviously. Oh. So yeah, I mean, I thought this was a good issue. And just like I said, like Mike Perkins and Mike Spicer, just the color was awesome. The artwork, mainly. So, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I enjoyed it too. It didn't make my top 5.
Yeah.
But I kind of feel like it's one of those, this was an issue that just continued the story.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
My number 4, did make your list too? Yeah. So I was saying number 4. So we share the same number 4 spot this week. Colin Bunn's Lucky Dog.
Yeah, from Dark Horse.
From Dark Horse.
And Fran Galan is the artist.
You're the Colin Bunn fanatic here.
Well, actually, on his Discord, he put in this as an early release to read digitally. So I read it. I don't really read comics digitally, but I thought it was really good. And I'm like, okay, obviously I'm going to buy it. And it's even, I think it was just, you're basically this nobody character who's just expendable and then demonic? Question mark?
See, the way that when we were doing the notes before we did this video, I was talking about how I kind of felt like Wanted by Mark Millar, and you might be scratching your head wait, that is an action-packed spy type of movie, comic. Yes, but that way that this begins of the main character just getting shit on by everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, his job hates him. His girlfriend's cheating on him. Which I'm like, hey, isn't that the beginning of Wanted?
Yeah.
So, no, I enjoyed it a lot. The artwork, storyline.
Yeah.
So.
intrigued for where it goes next.
Yeah, and talking about intriguing where it goes next is this book.
Yeah, that's true.
My number 3 pick of the week is The Joker Presents a Puzzlebox. Matthew Rosenberg wrote it.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's what really drives it. I mean, the artwork's good. The art's by Jose Marino and Joshua Hickson.
Mm-hmm.
And this is probably one of the few books of the week that I didn't pick because of the art.
Yeah.
And true. The reason why it's my 3rd pick of the week is where it could potentially go with the characters that it teases. And if it goes to that point, and having Matthew Rosenberg read it, I think it could be potentially one of the more entertaining reads that we have monthly going on.
Yeah, and I think Matthew Rosenberg is co-writing the upcoming DC's Vampires book with James Tynion.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm excited about that. So. Then you got... So then my number 3 pick is your number 2 pick, right?
Yeah, your number 3 is this one.
Yeah. So like we had the similar pick, but in different spots on our list, right?
Okay. So let's just go with your number 3 and then I'll talk about it's my number 2.
Yes. So this is my number 3 pick. Kyle's number 2 pick. So Suicide Squad, get Joker. You got Brian Azzarello, you got Alex Maleev, and Matt Hollingsworth, which is an awesome team.
Ching, ching, ching.
So the artwork is just amazing. Yeah, like I didn't really expect to like this issue as much as I did. I think mainly it was the artwork and just the dialogue mainly. And you got Jason.
Maleev's artwork too.
Yeah, you got kind of Jason Todd being in that Rick Flag position of the leader. But yeah, basically don't get attached. So.
Which, if you stay to the end of this video, and we're talking about Suicide Squad, you're gonna realize that's gonna be something that's occurring here. But yeah, this is my number 2 pick, and I'm questioning if it's my number 2 because of being influenced by Suicide Squad.
Yeah.
But we did read this before we saw the movie.
I see what you did there, DC.
So, this is not. You had the main title that came out too this week.
No.
Yeah. Did the main title not come out this week?
That was last week.
Oh, that was last week?
Yeah.
Getting out books mixed up this week. But, yeah, Azzarello, who I've always been a fan of.
Yeah.
Maleev's always been great.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just like, this is balls to the wall, great dialogue, great action.
Yeah.
And I like Jason Todd in this. I think Jason Todd could be, as Red Hood, could be a good addition to Suicide Squad.
Yeah, and I think the Prestige format actually really helped the story too. So, yeah.
I don't want to show the back of it, but the back does kind of tease the end.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah, but it's one of those books where like the ending sets up where everything's gonna go after.
Yeah.
So.
And there's only 2 more, I think. So.
Yeah.
All right. So that was your number 2 as well. So my number 2 is from AWA at number 1. Not All Robots. So you got, let's see, Mark Russell, Mike Diodato Jr. doing this. So it's basically, I kind of took this from the back matter of the book. So it's kind of a futuristic dystopia type of story, right?
Wait a minute. So you had to take the plot by reading it
without giving anything away.
I don't really think you can give anything away.
Okay, so scrap that. So basically, robots are living in the future with humans in bubble cities.
There you go.
And robots are making money for humans, essentially.
Humans are lazy in this, and
quote unquote
lazy, and the robots are kind of gonna start a revolution.
Yeah, and the way that Mike Diodato Jr. draws the robots, like there's no facial expression, so the dialogue really drives how kind of they're feeling.
Is this your first Mark Russell book?
Maybe, but I think I just really like this because I don't know, like it's just such a metaphor type book for toxic masculinity. So definitely.
With this being your first Mark Russell book, that's his writing. His writing attacks on cultural inequalities or cultural problems going on.
Because I haven't read what
Exit Stage
Left. I have not read that yet. I know I have to.
I think he did do Second Coming though.
Yeah. So I have not.
Yeah.
I have read him before. But yeah, anyway, I thought it was a really good first issue. I was kind of surprised. I didn't really know what it was going in. So
going off of being surprised and not knowing what it is, we share a top one this week.
Yeah. And it is from Image, number 1, Me You Love in the Dark.
Worst title ever.
Yeah, super long title. But, I mean, it kind of makes
Awesome
sense.
book.
Yeah, so Scott Young and Jorge Corona, same team as Middle West, which we still have not read. But
Jason, if you're watching this, I'll be picking up an issue soon.
The whole book.
The whole book.
Yeah, no, we need to.
The whole compendium, right?
Completed.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, but I'll be honest, I haven't read much of Corona stuff until, what was it, Robin last week?
Yeah.
Yeah, and now I'm like, this dude
I'm hooked.
is phenomenal.
Yeah.
Like, I need to read more of Corona stuff. That being said, though, I haven't read much of Scotty Young stuff either.
Right.
So,
Same.
and it's just one of those things where I always thought that Scotty Young was the cute artwork.
Yeah. Yeah.
And when he reads stuff like this, it's like, no, he's a good writer too. So, yeah, this book had me hooked, and I'm excited for next month.
But yeah, it's basically this woman who is moving into this house, and she's like, yes, I want to live here even if it's haunted. She's an artist, kind of trying to find her way, and now
Why is it that the painters are always haunted?
Yeah, I mean, she's talking basically with this ghost, and yeah, I mean, I'm kind of intrigued to see like what their relationship kind of is going to be.
Wait,
yeah,
is the ghost Patrick Swayze, and we're gonna have a love triangle?
maybe.
What?
no, but it's
but-
just so good.
Alright, so we should probably spend the next 5 minutes talking about Suicide Squad.
Yeah, I mean, we're not gonna be that spoilery, but still,
Yeah. So, but before we talk about it, though, as you can tell,
yes.
I don't think if that's an indication of how much she loved the movie.
Nanawe.
But also going off shirts, I want to do a quick pivot. I'm actually wearing Chamorro Cinema's shirt. He's a good friend of the channel.
Yeah.
Very supportive and
Fellow Minnesotan.
follow Minnesotan. Yeah, so check out his page. Check out his YouTube channel.
Yes.
And yeah, I like the design, so I had to get it.
It's
But back to Suicide Squad. Very good transition there.
yeah, I mean, I just 100% like love that movie. That is just, I loved it so much.
How many times we watched it on Thursday?
We almost watched it for a third time last night.
Yeah.
So yeah, we saw it in the theater, and then we watched it again on Saturday night.
And I know right now we're dealing with the Delta variant. I don't know, most theaters are probably closed right now, but we're lucky to have them open in Minnesota right now.
Yeah, we were
And honestly, this movie is better to see in the movie theaters.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's because of that ending climax.
Yeah, it's made for IMAX. I mean,
Oh, yeah.
filmed that way.
Well, I mean, if you've seen the trailers, you know that Star is the bad guy.
Yeah.
And seeing him in the big screen
Yes.
was like, mwah, chef kiss good.
Uh-huh.
So,
And, I mean, you got Nanawe, you got...
surprisingly, he was not, like, when I saw the design of Nanawe, I thought he was going to be
King Shark.
King Shark. I thought he was going to be the main, like, the guy that I wanted to like the most. And it's not true.
Yeah.
Like, it's great. Stallone is great in the role. But
And then who was your favorite?
Ratcatcher 2.
Yeah. And Polka Dot Man.
Polka Dot Man and Ratcatcher 2 were the two people in this movie that stole the film.
Oh, yeah.
David Dasmuchin as Polka Dot Man.
Mm-hmm.
He made you care about a character you thought was a joke.
Yes, and even, I can't, the one who plays Ratcatcher too, like, she's so good.
So yeah, and it's like, after this, we're getting the Peacemaker TV show.
Yeah.
But after watching the movie, it's like, well, can you give us a Bloodsport? Can you give us a Ratcatcher 2 series?
Yeah.
Polka Dot Man. Although, just like, we mentioned, do not get attached.
Yeah, don't get attached.
And when we watched the second time, we actually counted down how many minutes for the first death.
No, yeah, I mean, after the opening.
After the opening, 12 and a half minutes is when...
How many deaths? There's like 7?
7?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like technically
We're not going to tell you who.
Yeah.
But all I can say is this is Margaret Robbie's best performance with Harley Quinn.
Yeah.
Idris Elba is way better than Will Smith. And I thought I'd never say that, honestly.
Yeah.
And James Gunn actually created a Suicide Squad that you actually cared about. Mm-hmm. And you actually felt when... because Suicide Squad, so characters are going to die in it.
Yeah.
So when certain characters do die, you actually, you feel for it.
Yes. 100%.
Oh, also, and they improved Rick Flag.
Yes.
10 times better.
Yeah, Rick Flagg's character was definitely way better. Yeah, and John Cena as Peacemaker.
Yeah, this is the star-making.
I mean, what can we really say without spoiling?
There seriously wasn't a bad performance in this movie.
No.
Though, if you have little kids...
Yeah, do not. This is not a little kid movie at all.
Yeah, maybe wait 15 years to show it to them. It's gory, the language, but it's everything that we like, which maybe is questionable.
I felt like when we saw it in the theaters, I got, like, the gore was more intense than when we watched it on our TV.
Well, yeah, because you're getting people ripped in half in front of you in a big screen.
Wow, yeah. I mean, yeah, but still, like, see it in a movie theater if you can.
So... Was King Shark your favorite character then, or was it one of the ones that stand off?
I think, yeah, Nanawe and Ratcatcher too. Like, just their relationship, and also both of them separately.
You could actually say her
relationship. And Harley Quinn. Like, Harley Quinn, like, that was my favorite. Harley Quinn. Like, Margot Robbie is so great. And I know she's taking a break, 'cause it takes a lot to be that character for her, but...
I honestly, though, if they make it Birds of Prey 2... maybe have James Gunn do that.
Yes.
Because I want to see what he can do with Black Canary. Because what he did with Ratcatcher 2. And what he did with Harley Quinn. And you look at what he did with Guardians of the Galaxy. It's like, this guy can write.
I think that even though there wasn't this exuberant amount of backstory with every character, the way that he did it in that kind of short time, but this whole movie is, from the start, from the finish, is jam-packed action. So, like, how he mixed in the characterization of the characters, like, their backstories, was really well done. And we didn't get every backstory, but I think the way he did it was
There is
really
some, though,
like,
we were really excited with Pete Davidson as Blackguard.
Yeah.
And we want more of that character that gave him a backstory. I think I've been intrigued by that.
Yeah.
And you mentioned Javelin, who was very funny in that movie,
yeah,
too.
Flula.
Yeah. Michael Rooker as Savant.
And I knew Savant. Yes, I've read Gail Simmons' Birds of Prey that has Savant in it, which does not look like Michael Rooker as Savant at all. But that's kind of the point.
Yeah, that's the point.
But yeah.
But yeah,
we loved this movie.
Loved it
so
movie.
Much. Go watch it again.
Probably, yeah, and don't be surprised if we release a blog on this too.
This is like one of the most rewatchable.
Yeah,
DC
we should actually. Where would you rank it?
I hate that question.
Where would you rank it in the DC films? And now I'm not talking about the DCEU. I'm not a fan of that term because everyone forgets about the Dark Knight.
Yeah, okay, so it's still in my top 5, hands down.
Is it? I know how much you loved Wonder Woman, the first one.
Yeah, and Aquaman.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's still like in there. I don't want to like do any placements right now because I hate doing that, but.
I do think it's seriously the best DC film since the Dark Knight trilogy.
Yeah, 100%.
What should place it above Wonder Woman?
Yeah.
So yeah,
I still love Birds of Prey.
But man, it's still like we enjoyed the movies, but this is just one of those things where you could throw it on any day of the week. In my opinion, I feel like it's one of those movies. Like, and I could only say that with Spider-Verse and the Dark Knight trilogy.
It's true.
So.
I feel like that way for Birds of Prey too, but yeah.
Yeah, but we're going on 20 minutes here. But yeah, let us know what you think of this. Do you want us to continue doing this? And like next week, we're gonna be looking at a lengthy video.
Yeah, we'll probably put out like a spoilery kind of blog with.
Please subscribe. Yeah.
It's hard not.
We
to
might
talk.
wait 2 weeks to do that one.
Yeah.
But yeah, let us know if you like this. If you like this format. And if you have friends that like don't like comics but like the pop culture stuff, tell them like, hey, I know these guys. They're Noggin, they're cool. Please subscribe. No, but seriously though, let us know if you like it. Like the video, because it makes us feel good. It makes us feel good. Subscribe. We're halfway to 50.
Oh.
Yeah, halfway to 50, and if we get to 50 before the end of September, I will get the Noggin tattoo, and we may do a giveaway.
Sounds like you were saying 250, and I'm like, wow, that jumped up fast.
No.
Halfway to.
Yeah.
50. You gotta have a pause there.
Well, I said halfway to 50 makes no sense.
Yeah.
halfway to 50.
Okay, but in my mind, yeah.
Okay, yeah,
I need
this
caffeine.
is the type of stuff that if you want to come back weekly for, we're going to be bickering back and forth like always.
Like old people.
Like old people. Hey, we're not married yet. But thank you for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and see you at the comic shop.
Bye.